During the Buddha's time, Anatapindika, the foremost male benefactor, was friends with someone who was his equal neither in birth nor wealth. Anatapindika's relatives and friends tried to convince him to stop being friends with this man. Friendship should not depend on whether someone is superior, inferior, or equal to you. A friendship should be judged only on the quality of the person, not external factors. Disregarding their objections, Anatapindika continued to befriend this man. One day, Anatapindika left on business and put his friend in charge of looking after his property. It just so happened that bandits targeted Anatapindika's house while he was away, but this friend was able to use his wisdom to avert disaster and prevent any property loss. When Anatapindika returned, he was pleased to find out that his friend had served him well. Anatapindika relayed this story to the Buddha, who explained that a true friend is never inferior. The standard by which to judge a friendship is whether that person has the ability to be a friend. Are they concerned for your well-being? Do they wish you well, whether they are inferior or equal? One should hold a friend as superior, for such friends do not fail to step up when trouble befalls you. Layman, it was a true friend who saved your wealth. Just so, in the past, a real friend saved a deva's mansion. At Anatapindika's request, the Buddha told this story of the past. A long time ago, when Brahmadatta was reigning in Benares, the Bodhisattva was born as a rukkha deva, or tree spirit. He took residence in a smaller clump of kusa grass in the king's royal garden. In that same garden was a resplendent wishing tree, also known as a mukkaka. It had a beautiful straight trunk, and its branches fanned out widely. A mighty rukkha deva king took residence in this tree. The deva king and the bodhisattva were good friends, even though the bodhisattva was of a much lower status among the rukkha devas. They often looked after one another, cared for one another, and were concerned for each other's well-being. King Brahmadatta's palace was built around one grand pillar supporting the roof. However, over time, that pillar became shaky. The king then ordered a new pillar to be installed in the palace. The king's carpenters searched everywhere for suitable trees. However, they could not find any trees that could serve their needs. They then went to search for trees in the king's garden and found the mukkaka. They found that it was perfect, but since it was the king's favorite tree, they needed his permission to cut it down. They received the king's permission and went to offer a sacrifice to the mukkaka. As they were making the sacrifice, they informed the mukkaka that they would cut it down the next morning. As they were saying this, the rukkha deva king heard this and knew that his home would be destroyed. He burst into tears and gathered his family. Many other forest spirits came to offer assistance, but none of them could devise a way to stay the carpenter's hand. When the bodhisattva heard what was happening, he said, "Have no fear, for I will see to it that this tree is not cut down tomorrow." The next day, when the carpenters came to cut the tree down, the bodhisattva assumed the shape of a chameleon and clung to the center of the tree's large trunk, There, he made himself look as if he was a large rotten hole in the tree. When the carpenters saw this, they exclaimed, "How did we not see that this tree was rotten yesterday? We can't use a rotten tree as a pillar." The carpenters then left. When all the spirits saw this, they rejoiced at the Bodhisattva's quick thinking. The Rukkha Deva King said, "Spirits of the trees and the forest, for all our mighty power and prestige, none of us knew what to do. However, it was a lowly Kusa grass spirit who had the wit to save my home. Truly, we should choose our friends without considering whether they are superior, equal, or inferior. Let us make no distinction of rank when it comes to friends. For each friend can offer help according to his own strengths in our hour of need. We should make friends with the wise and the good, regardless of their status." And so the spirits of the forest all lived as friends and supported each other to the best of their ability. And so, the Buddha ended the story by saying, "The Rukkha Deva King was a past life of Ananda. The lowly Kusa grass Deva was none other than I." What did you learn from this story? Let us know in the comments. We hope you enjoyed the video. Click like if you did, and click subscribe if you want to see our uploads. And consider making a donation to support our Buddhist animation project.